Very sad. Good morning. Welcome to Cardiff and to St. David's Hall. To overcome the anonymity of these caps and gowns, may I first introduce myself. I'm Hugh Thomas, a member of the Council of Cardiff University, and have been accorded the honour this morning of presiding at this ceremony. And I feel that this is a very special honour because our university is a magnificent institution. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to this graduation ceremony, or congregation as it is more accurately called. In so doing, I wish to extend a particularly warm welcome to those parents, partners and others whose support for those graduating today will have played a major part in their success. I can well recall 14 years ago sitting where the parents are sitting today and witnessing my own daughter's graduation from Cardiff University, and I know of the sense of pride and satisfaction I derived on that occasion. May I also add my personal congratulations to all of you who are graduating. You must have studied to have earned your place at this ceremony and to have achieved a qualification from the university which has more than a century of service and achievement behind it and a very bright future in front of it. You can be confident that the qualification which you've earned from Cardiff University is held in the highest regard, not just in Britain, but worldwide. A very important consideration for a university which competes on a global basis and for students who wish to pursue careers internationally. This reputation has been earned because of the importance which the university attaches to its teaching mission. Just recently, the university received a strong and clear endorsement by the Quality Assurance Agency of the quality of Cardiff University Awards. To maintain these high standards, the university continues to invest in this important area. For example, a £16 million investment to provide purpose-built premises for the School of Optometry and Vision Sciences is underway, providing space and resources for world-class teaching and research. And a £3.5 million high-speed computer network makes Cardiff one of the first universities in the world to benefit from the next generation technology in this field. Employers endorse that quality. The university continues to be targeted by major employers, and the employment levels of our graduates remains very strong. I trust that has been the experience of those of you about to start on your careers. Whilst those of you continuing your studies will find that you have a solid foundation on which to build. Cardiff is one of Britain's leading research-led universities, a status endorsed by the latest government assessment in which it ranked 7th of 106 institutions in the UK for the quality of the research undertaken. 25 of 33 research areas were recognised as undertaking work of international significance. Of these, 7 were ranked in the highest possible category. This research delivers social, cultural and economic benefits and makes a difference to the lives of real people in terms of health, employment, culture, and the overall quality of life. Having achieved our strategic aim of becoming one of the top 10 research universities in Britain, we have now set our sights even higher. Our new target is a place in the top 5. 2004 saw a new era of university education in Wales when Cardiff University and the University of Wales College of Medicine merged. The merged Cardiff University has the size and span of expertise to establish itself as a world-class institution, undertaking research, learning and teaching of international distinction for the benefit of Wales and the wider world. Merger has already paid dividends, with an investment of £10.8 million bringing state-of-the-art brain imaging facilities to Wales. That's not to test the graduates this morning. The dedicated use of these facilities for brain research will be unique in the United Kingdom. The exciting opportunities offered through the merger are expected to create many hundreds of jobs in the region within 6 years, not just within the university, but arising from a range of new high-tech companies that are expected to be established as a result of merger. In addition to the economic benefits and the increased recognition and opportunities for Wales on the international stage, merger will also strengthen the health services in Wales by widening professional and non-clinical skills development. There is much more that I could point to as evidence of the international distinction of this university, including the prizes, awards and other distinctions earned by the academic staff represented this morning behind me on this stage. The designated centres of excellence and other new facilities, including the development of the Henry Wellcome Building for biomedical research in Wales and the £3.4 million project to provide accommodation for the School of Computer Sciences Grid Centre. But now, let me turn to what is important to all of us this morning, and that is today's ceremony. I am sure it will enhance your understanding and enjoyment of the ceremony if we spend a few moments going through it together. You will see that the words used for the various stages of the ceremony are printed in your programme under the relevant headings. The congregation will proceed with the reading of the graduation proclamation in English and Welsh by Miss Kerry Ellen Morris, who is studying for a Bachelor of Arts honours degree in Welsh and English literature. Following that, the University Director, Dr. Christopher Turner, will read the authorisation for the admission of graduands to degrees, and we will then proceed to admit you to your degree. Graduands will be presented by their head of school, Pro-Vice-Chancellor or Professor, and will be admitted to their degrees by the Vice-Chancellor of our university, Dr. David Grant. This morning he is accompanied during the ceremony by Professor Hayden Ellis, Provost of the College of Humanities and Science, and Professor Ellis will shake hands with all graduands. Dr. Turner will then ask all graduates and diplomats to stand, and you will be greeted by myself and by the Warden of the Guild of Graduates, Mr. Kenneth Richards. One final point. Can I please remind you to turn off all mobile telephones and also to clap only after the Vice-Chancellor has admitted each group of graduates to their degrees, not as each one crosses the stage. Thank you for being so patient, for listening so attentively. Please enjoy the ceremony, because I realise above anybody else that, as I said earlier, it is the culmination of years of study and application and the realisation of all your aspirations. Thank you.
Gorau awen gwirionedd. Bydded hysbys i aelodau'r Brifysgol ac i bawb sydd yn bresennol. Y cynhelir heddiw y 12fed dydd o fis Gorffennaf 2005 yma yn Ninas Caerdydd, gynulliad awdurdodedig Prifysgol Cymru. I dderbyn i'w priodol raddau, bersonau da ei gair sydd, trwy efrydiaeth yn y Brifysgol, a thrwy ddisg, medr a dyfalbarhad, wedi teilyngu'r cyfryw raddau yn unol ag ordiniannau'r brifysgol. Gyda phob gweddi a dymuniad ar iddynt fwynhau iechyd a hir hoedl i wasanaethu ei hoes a'i cenedl dan fendith y nef. Yna, dy oleini a gyfyd mewn tywyllwch. Ath dywyllwch a fydd fel hanner dydd, a rhai a fyddant ohono ti, a adeiladant yr hen ddiffeith leoedd. Gorau awen gwirionedd. The best inspiration is truth. Be it known to members of the university and to all here present that an authorised congregation of the University of Wales is being held here in the city of Cardiff on the 12th of July 2005 to admit to their appropriate degrees worthy persons who have, through study at the university and through learning, ability and perseverance, been deemed worthy of such degrees in accordance with the ordinances of the university, in the hope that they may be given health and long life to serve their generation and their country under the blessing of heaven. Then shall thy light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness be as the noonday, and they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Bydded hysbys I aelodau'r brifysgol ac I bawb sydd yn presennol fod y brifysgol wedi rhoddi'r awdurdod I Dr David Grant, derbyn i'w graddau, fyfyrwyr Prifysgol Caerdydd a enillodd raddau yn unol a rheolau'r prifysgol. Gwelir enwau'r rhai a gellir ei derbyn i'w graddau yn y cynulliad hwn yn y rhestrau printiedig sydd wedi ei dosbarthu. Let it be known to members of the university and to all who are present that the university has granted authority to Dr David Grant to admit to their degrees students of Cardiff University who have qualified for degrees according to the regulations of the university. The names of those who may be admitted to their degrees in this congregation are to be seen on the printed lists that have been distributed.
Anrydethus isganghethlo, cwblwynaf I ti, ddisgyblion on prifysgol ni, anithlof radd baglo mawn gwneaethodd. I, Professor Robert McNabb, present for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Antonia Aluakaimi Adijomo. Leila Al-Kasab. Mark Bate. Philippa Jane Boniface. Gavin James Brown. Michael James Burbidge. Claire Louise Burgess. Hannah Ruth Clarkson. Samantha Jane Cole. James Francis Collins. Gemma Elizabeth Cridland. Amy Adele Davis. Catherine Wynne Davis. Nathan Mark Davis. Matthew Paul Dawson. Xiaomai Du. Amy Nazai Zulkifli. David Christopher Evans. Habib Said Farazmand. Peter Michael Francis. James Patrick Gardner. Sean Robert Geely. Natalie Ann Gower. Kerry Emma Gravel, Ben Michael Greensill, Avinda Grual,
Bore da, good morning. At this point in the ceremony, and at other equivalent times, I will speak in Welsh to admit groups of graduands. Each degree has a formula of admission, which, when translated, means, by the authority conferred upon me by the university, I admit you to the degree which I will name, and to all the privileges of that degree. Trwy awdurdod y brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffrenia'r radd hon. Congratulations, well done.
Adam James Griffiths, Natalie Gemma Hill, George Alan Holdsworth, Ruth Sarah Kenyon, Matthew Layton, Chow Yun Lau, Chow Su Liu, Shan Win Lloyd, Cheng Wan Lu, Aled Stephen Major, Mardiana Noravisi Mohammed Mansour, Matthew Mark Morgan, Fionn Llewellyn Morris, John Patrick Norman, Joseph B. Pace, Mark David Polser, David Rodri Phillips, Neil Edward Pullen, Lukshmira Ramachandran, Adele Rees, Vicky Leanne Rennie, Ashley James Riddler, Dylan Owen Roberts, Rima Mayanka Sanari, Catherine Louise Saunders,
Trwy awdurdod y brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffrenia'r radd hon. Congratulations, well done.
Kira Sibu, Andrew Skinner, Lois Jane Summerhill, Adrian James Thomas, Anna Louise Thomas, Laura Jane Thomas, Ross John Thomas, Lok Yi Sang, Faye Twitchett, Husu Ting Wang, Amy Wilgos, Paul Desmond Williams, Tiffany Louise Wong, David Colin Wright, Zhen Xiao, Hong Zhu, Annie Maria Alipiati, Sophia Chowdhury, Lawrence Ashley Holt, Roger William Hutchings, Serena Young, Rachel Eve Williams, Catherine Bourne,
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl franiau radd hon. Congratulations.
Anrhydeithus is gang hetlo, cyflwynaf ti, disgyblion on prifysgol ni, ein ethlodd radd baglo mewn astudiaethau economaidd a camdaethol. I, Professor Robert McNabb, present for the degree of Bachelor of Economic and Social Studies, Jonathan James Bell, Thomas Cook, Christopher James Gasnier, Lauren June Hart, Thomas Roger Hewson Jenkins, Inkleab Kassam, Ka Ying Lo, Danish Makbul, Shelley Grace Payne, Shiv Raval, Thomas Raphael Strawbridge, David John Wake, Sarah Jane Weller, Adam James Wildbore, Sarah Yi Ki Wong, Lorna Adams, Alsan Al-Saidi, Claire Rebecca Atkins, Thomas Jeffrey Tempest Beer, Matthew Britton, Tushar Choraria, Jonathan Cockerton, Joanna Elizabeth Creswell, Jane Lorna Davidson, Thomas Joseph Deering,
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn astudiaethau economaidd a chymdeithasol ac I holl freniau radd hon. Congratulations.
Ashish Danani, Rebecca Pippa Evans, Timothy William Fincher, Jennifer Ann Franklin, Timothy Green, Michelle Louise Holmes, Fraser Luke Johns, Fazil Hamid Kazafath Paramabil, Haya Min Lee, Matthew Lee, Patrick William Martin, Aleri Hannah Morgan, Gary Christopher Nichols, Andrew Marcus John Page, Liam Christopher Pierce, Lucy Ann Pike, Julian Price, Stephen Riley, Christopher Matthew Roberts, Carolyn Salter, Bansi Shah, Kavita Shah, Sujay Shah, Jessica Shepherd, Gareth Ian Smith,
Trwy awdurdod y Brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn astudiaethau economaidd a chymdeithasol ac I holl freniau radd hon. Congratulations.
Bukola Sanuga, Liam Stewart Stacey, Senna Dominic Torku Tenge, Nicola Ann Thomas, Mukul Tuli, Nakul Tuli, Liam Richard Usher, Namisha Beccaria, Arian Yorwith Waters, Darren Williams, Edward Peter Woodley, Anne Woodward, Anish Bansal, Mohammed Ashur Dawani, Joe Dixon, Abdihakam Haji, Samuel Haynes, Leanne He, Sean Gwyn Jones, Hema Kishto, Lynn, Christopher Maxwell Miller, Ahmed Mustafa, James Allen Perry, Alexander Plummer,
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol, a ymddiriedwyd I mi, derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn astudiaethau, economaeth a chymdeithasol, ac I holl ffrenia'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Craig Evan Prosser, Neera Shah, Helen Shan Williams, Jingxin Yu, Qingha Zhong, Alan Jeffrey Barnes, Joanne Elizabeth Churchill, Stephen Hanley Crofts, Claire Malin Dyer, Jonathan James Gill, Laura Grant, Alan Donald Gregory, Daniel Jarvis Gregory, Ai Ting Ho, Mike Jones, William Endaff Jones, Alina Kakoti, Despoina Manousos, Laura Ann McNamee, Catherine Newell, Rory O'Neill, Zoe Piao, Bethan Louise Walker, Marie Walker, Daniel Guy Walton,
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol, a ymddiriedwyd I mi, derbaniaf chwi, I radd baglor mewn astudiaethau, economaeth a chymdeithasol, ac I holl ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Shu Wang, Zena Shazadi Alston, James Peter Antonius, Abiola Ayula Ashialulu, Lisa Claire Coleman, Laura Teresa Krebin, Sean Patrick Cronin, James Alexander Irvin Dalton, Richard Alistair Denton, Jenny Marie Easby, Hai Fei Feng, Matthew Fisher, Benjamin Stewart Hartree, Gavin Craig Howells, Paul Andrew Hughes, Andrew David Inglis, Matthew Jenks, Leslie Alice Kenny, Thomas Michael Kilduff, Gareth James Lee, Alan Frederick Leonard, Andrew James Little, Caris Heather Rhiann Lyons, Thomas Joshua Moland, Siti Diana Offman,
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbyniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn astudiaethau economaeth a chymdeithasol ac I holl ffreniau radd hon. Congratulations.
Edward Walter Owen, Supal Patel, Patrick Price, Daniel Raymond Charles Quinn, Stephen David Gareth Rees, Stephen James Robinson, Gemma Tennille Smith, Kirsty Marie Smith, John Masahaki Sparrowhawk, Andrew Michael Steed, Liam John Thompson Clark, Alexander Tucker, Anthony Uzum, Kate Louise Walsh, Stephen Robert Wells, Guy Whiteley, James Louis Baccaris Hamilton, Barnaby Oliver Bamford, Eleanor Rosie Bray, Reuben John Charles Brunt Foster, Louise Catherine Bryson, Maya Elizabeth Chandler, Sian Elizabeth Cokel,
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbyniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn astudiaethau economaeth a chymdeithasol ac I holl ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Joanna Rachel Darby. Andrew Christopher H. Diggles. David James Fry. Jonathan Paul Goodall. Daniel Robert Gunyon. James Samuel Hadley. Andrew John Harris. Sophie Harris. Sakina Mohammed Hasalat Nali. Deepash Kashwara. Mark Henry Clotland. Prinesh Patel. Jeremy Nicholas Foster Pierce. Lucy Elizabeth Pike. Catherine Ann Pond. David James Price. Karan Rashath. Mohammed Ali Raza. Ian John Walker. Daniel David Westwood.
Prwy awdurdod a brifysgol a amddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn astudiaethau economaeth a chymdeithasol ac I holl freniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Anrhydeddus is ganghellor, cyflwynaf I ti ddisgyblion o'n prifysgol ni a enillodd radd baglor yn y celfyddydau. I, Professor Des Evans, present for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Johan Rhys Davis, Lindsay Ann Harding, Fiona Jane McGowan, Sarah Nicole Webb,
Prwy awdurdod a brifysgol a amddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y celfyddydau ac I holl ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Anrhydeddus is ganghellor, cyflwynaf I ti ddisgyblion o'n prifysgol ni a enillodd radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth. I, Professor Des Evans, present for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Thomas Charles Olner, Alistair Bell, Darren George Bow, Paul Breen, Ashley Bryan, Benjamin David Butt, Sarah Eileen Canning, Helen Elizabeth Coates, Alexis Dale, Mari Davis, Nisha Desai, Christopher John Dilly, Louisa May Draper, Kyle David Evans, Fionn Parry Francis, Raphael Paul Gilbert, Sonia Marlene Gillard, James Royston Gota, Joanne Goff, Emily Alexandra Hamilton, Jessica Mary Henry, Laura Marie Hillier, Ossian Llwyd Jones, Vincent Anthony Knight, Emma Hoy-Ling Lee.
Rhwy awdurdod a brifysgol a amddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl frania'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Jennifer Grace Marshall, Benjamin Meek, David John Moist, Soraya Mubaka Mugal, Emily Jane North, Rachel Helen Passfield, Sarah Jane Phillips, Christopher Ellis Powell, Holly Powell, John Stephen Nicholas Privet, James Croydon Prodger, Gemma Quick, Paul Anthony Reynolds, Robert James Garnett Ruston, Gemma Louise Stevenson, Catherine Ann Thomas, Mark Wallace, Amy Louise Wareham, Michael David Welford, Emlyn Robert Lewis Williams, Stuart Martin Archbold, Claire Rachel Battersby, Adam Derek Blower, Rebecca Kate Challingsworth, Daniel Crawley.
Rhwy awdurdod a brifysgol a amddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl frania'r radd hon. Congratulations. Well done.
Lloyd Ebden, Richard Elliott Freeman, Hannah Elizabeth John, Andrew Philip LeBroy, Jennifer Sian Morgan, Michael David Thomas, Dewi Iros Williams, Nadia El Sayed, Paul John Barrett, Thomas James Chavot, Anna Chung, Robert Doody, Lisa Angharad Evans, Nia Wynne Evans, Kieran Mark Fontaine, Laura Gardner, Rebecca Louise Griffiths, Rahian Irie Harris, Ewan Rhys Jones, Wasif Hamid Mian, Carwyn Morgan, Emma Humphrey, Kelly Platts, Laura Potts, Nicola Ruth Seymour.
Rhwy awdurdod y Brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl frenia rath hon. Congratulations.
Halvi Shah, Kelly Stokes, Gareth David Sutton, Byron Swain, Rhian Wynne, Anton Timothy Youngman, Benjamin David Alexander, Jane Louise Cooper, Peter Cutting, Ryan Mark Davis, David Andrew Ford, Adam Morick Gilbertson, Hannah Rachel Kinsman, Richard James Smart,
Rhwy awdurdod y Brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffreniau radd hon. Congratulations.
Andrew Dethus is gang hethlo, gyfflwy'n arth I tydd disgyblion o'n prifysgol ni, a enillodd radd athro mewn gwyddoniaeth. I, Professor Roger Mansfield, present for the degree of Master of Science, Hasia Lai, Thomas Edward Lyon, G. Tang, Lin Zhu, Olawakemi Oyodeji Adewumi, Efstathia Ajalatu, Rashid Al-Hinai, Graham Nicholas Ball, Qiu Zhan Dong, Karen Hartle, Christy Oida Idamudia, Mariam Iqbal, David James Jinks, Yang Lu, Melissa Luckin, Claire Francoise Norris, Michael Trevelyan Otti, Ekaterini Penna, Sian Elizabeth Ratsey, Helma Renier, Anitha Sharon Stephen Chandra Mohan, Rosa Tapini, Catherine Louise Tomlinson, Hai Ying Wang, Zai I Sharon Yu, King Zhang, Shili Zhao.
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffreniau radd hon. Congratulations. Well done.
Zeng Zeng, Nana Afum, Ziad Pierre Al-Gawi, Vasileios Alexandridis, Rupin Boktaria, Chang Kai, Yao Chen, Jishun Cheng, Yu Huan Cheng, Dimitra Evangelou, Hong Guang Guo, Hui Wang, Jiting Wang, George Yanu, Basima Komati, Dimitrios Kotronis, Valos Koulousous, Waijia Lai, Sunitha Sarah Lloyd, Megha Mahajan, Harold Andrew Markin, Orphanu Mikhailia, Athanasius Okonomu, Atis Chandri Sung, Nikhil Sehgal, Mona Lisa Vora, Stamatios Vretos,
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations. Well done.
Philippa Gwyneth Waterson, Xiaoji Wu, Evgenia Zenikaki, Xin Zhang, Zhao King Zhu, Guangming Zi, Zhuan Zi, Murad Ibrahim Abdusalam, Philip U. Emezi, Manman Ji, Victor Ayaro Gekara, Juan Wangfu, Nath Loud, John Luo, Mandip Kaur Sarana, Qi Shen, Fang Yuan, Jeremy Brown, Gareth Duggan, Terry Edwards, David John Price, Philip Charles Rees, Edward Simkis, Robert Smith, Stephen Bryant South, Neil Rasik Trivedi, Darren Walsh, Peter Watkins, Alan Williams, Asman Issa, Eleanor Margaret Carston Dart,
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
We shake hands as well, going through the mic. Andredethus Hisgang Hethlo, Cyflwynodd I ti ddisgoblion o'n prifysgol ni, I Enanoth Rath Athro Maun Athroniaeth. I, Professor Roger Mansfield, present for the degree of Master of Philosophy Hassan Mohammed Abdul Ghaffar Hadi.
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol a amddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn athroniaeth ac I holl frenia'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Anrydethus is ganghethlo, cyffroenath I ti ddisgyblion o'n prifysgol ni, I enethlodd rath doethia mewn athroniaeth. I, Professor Roger Mansfield, present for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy Abdul Basit Talib al-Hamadi, Saeed Mubarak al-Muharrami, Ibrahim Rashid Al-Tawil, Rima Turk Aris, Gilbert Arieh, Geraint Harvey, Luk Yan Hung, Suhaiza Ismail, Soian Lee, Sarah Elizabeth Pass, Teresa Caroline Tretzenmeyer, Marguerite Anna Seitz, Sukanya Sen Gupta, Maronki Tundi Idiagbon, Hui Chi Wang, Shumaila Yaqub Khan Yousafzai, Sang Yoon Lee,
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol a amddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd doethyr mewn athroniaeth ac I holl frenia'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Anrydethas is gang heddlo, cymrydwaf I ti erai o nodwyd, an raglan I thurbin an habsenoldeb, gradau perthnasol. I, Professor Roger Mansfield, present all those who are to receive their degrees in absentia.
Prwy awdurdod a brifysgol, a ymddiriedwyd I mi, derbyniaf a chrau a nodwyd yn ei habsenoldeb, yw graddau perthnasol ac I holl ffreiniau'r graddau hynny.
Can I now invite all of you who have been admitted to your degrees this morning to stand so that you can receive greetings on behalf of the President and the Warden of the Guild of Graduates. Could you please stand?
Boed eich gofal yn wastad dros lwydd ac yn rhydedd ein prifysgol a'n gwlad. May your care ever be for the success and good name of our university and our country.
Croeso I Urdd y Graddedigion Prifysgol Cymru. Welcome to the Guild of Graduates of the University of Wales.
Now, before you all sit down, I'm sure that as you're now very proud graduates, you would like to join in a long-standing tradition at Cardiff on these occasions, and that is to pay a special tribute to your families and friends, and indeed to the academic staff who have supported you over many long years in reaching this point in your career today. Now is your opportunity to turn round, to greet them, and to say a special thank you to them by giving them a very big round of applause and saying a very big public thank you to them. Could you please be seated?
Vice-Chancellor, Andrew Gould was a young man in a hurry when, getting his A-levels at a rather early age, he accepted a place at Cardiff instead of waiting for admission to Oxford or Cambridge. He never regretted the decision and took a degree in economic history here. Today's graduates may like to ponder the fact that he came to his graduation straight from a night shift at the steelworks, where he was earning the wherewithal to live for the nonce. Then, like so many humanities graduates, he turned to finance, becoming an accountant. He seemed destined to follow the family profession and enter the civil service, but instead, in 1975, after a spell with Ernst & Young, he took a post at Schlumberger's Internal Audit Department in Paris. He is now Chairman and Chief Executive Officer at Schlumberger Limited, a global engineering corporation. Schlumberger operates two businesses which respectively provide exploration and production services and technology to the international petroleum industry, and information technology solutions, including smart card technology, to the telecommunications, utility, finance, transport and public sectors. Andrew Gould has held a number of key positions in the organisation which testify to an enviable breadth of experience. I shall not recite them. Instead, I shall tell the story of how he has been the motive force behind a revolution in thinking about corporate development through recruitment. Instead of recruiting people as much as possible like those Schlumberger already had, the corporation decided, in Andrew Gould's own words, to recruit and develop people from the countries in which we work, proportionally to the business perspectives and revenue. The result is a top management of 23 people of 11 nationalities. The next step was to address the issue of women, both in management and engineering, as Andrew Gould asks, why deprive the company of access to half of the world's intellectual potential? Overall, these changes demonstrate a new corporate model based on common goals shared by people from different backgrounds, as opposed to a staff of clones producing cloned ideas. Schlumberger now has links with about 40 universities around the world in order to be in touch with the latest developments in science and technology and to spot talent and ideas for the organisation. Andrew Gould is a member, too, of the Prime Minister's Council of Science and Technology. This is a brief sketch of a career which demonstrates that a liberally educated mind is as great an asset as early specialist training. Yet Andrew Gould says that his only regret in life is not to have studied more science and engineering alongside his other disciplines. He is an excellent example of the fact that taking a degree in one discipline need not entail closing the mind to other fields of inquiry, but that the educated mind should be restless, continuing to learn throughout life, potentially across the entire breadth of human knowledge. Anrhydedd is gan hellor cyflwyna fi ti Andrew Gould fel cymrawd anrhydydd Prifysgol Caerdydd.
Rwy'r awdurdod a roddwyd I mi gan y cyngor derbaniaf di fel cymrawd anrhydydd Brifysgol Caerdydd. Welcome as a fellow.
I really am not going to keep you very long because you have today more important things to celebrate than me becoming an honorary fellow. It is true that I sat where you're sitting 35 years ago, and it is true that I worked all the previous night in the steel mills, which no longer exist, not to pay my way through university, but to pay my vacation. I would like just to say something briefly to the graduates, which has struck me today. 35 years ago, the only diversity in the student population in Cardiff was the English and a group of Norwegians who came here to study mining. What really struck me today is the diversity of the people who graduated. David Skilton talked at length about Schlumberger's efforts around the world to absorb different cultures, which was the idea of a very visionary man who directed the company 40 years ago. But the result is a quite extraordinary ability to accommodate different cultures, different religions, different points of view, different ways of thinking. And as you go forth into the world, I would argue that probably the biggest single issue that your generation is going to have to face, which was not a generation that I had to face, is the exacerbation of cultural and religious differences that is taking place in the world today. Therefore, during your student days, you have had the privilege to have an extremely diverse student body. I would encourage you never to forget it and to profit from it in whatever you go forth to do. Thank you very much.
In the same spirit as Mr. Andrew Gould just spoke of, it is now my duty to close these proceedings. The occasion is naturally one of the most pleasurable in the university calendar, and I hope you felt the same way. It is a joy to be on the platform and to see the pride and relief of all the new graduates as they cross the stage. As you go as graduates into the world, I hope you take with you happy memories of your time here at Cardiff University and Cardiff itself. Confidence that your studies have been a valuable contribution to your lives, and a determination to use your talents, and that in the service of humanity. Dymunaf i chi gyd pob llwyddiant yn y dyfodol, a boed i chi gael pob lwc ar eich ffordd yn bywyd. I wish you every success in the future, and may good luck attend you upon life's way. Bon voyage, and thank you. Diolch yn fawr.